Well, hello everyone. I do mean everyone. Welcome back. It's your boy, the Forgotten Circus. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the new movie coming out, which I had no idea because there's no hype around it. No, we don't even have a trailer yet. It's going to be Alien 5, the next installment to the Alien series, and it's, I guess, being named Romulus. Alien 5 Romulus. So before I get into the new Alien movie that's coming out, Alien 5. I want to start with. So we're going to leave all the Alien versus Predator out. We're leaving that out. All right. That had its run. It was okay. Some were bad, some were good. But now that Predator has kind of moved over to their own, back to being their own franchise and not combining the two franchises was a good idea because Prey, not a lot of marketing up until about a month before. But what they did with Prey and the Predator in the Predator franchise, that movie was fire. It was an unexpected hit, and it was Hulu. And if they had more hype around and probably a little bit bigger budget, they could have done more marketing and probably released it in the theater. But that was during a time when people weren't going to the theater that much. But that movie hit, and it seems like they're going to keep going with that. Pretty good reboot of it. That was like, if you think about it, it was a really big reboot. Like it wasn't a soft reboot. They took it back to the roots there, and they did a great job over here. And that's what I kind of want to see with this new Alien 5 Romulus. Romulus, the meaning, who knows? But yeah. So I'm gonna go over like the Alien movies besides AVP and all that. First Alien. I remember seeing it first time when I was a kid. It was terrifying. And that was Ridley Scott, man. He That's when he was just clicking on all cylinders. I mean, the movie itself was it just showed you I liked the mystery of it. Nobody knew what was it? What is this thing? And just picking people off one by one, the crew. Um, it was very, very, very well done movie. And I liked the deep lighting and um the feel and the aesthetic of it. It was sci-fi, but it felt straight horror. Um, that's probably still my favorite. Now I didn't mind. So next one, Aliens. I didn't mind Aliens, Space Marines going out there, you know, and it showed you another aspect as we fought back. It was a fun movie. It was fun. It was a fun movie, and had some of the best one-liners and punchlines from the late great Bill Paxton. May he rest in peace. He was great in that movie. And you had was it Hicks and Newt. Really didn't mind Aliens. It was different. It was different. And Ridley Scott even says, I don't know why we did that, but you needed a kind of another aspect. They were kind of trying to find themselves because the first movie was so successful. And I didn't mind it. I didn't like it. And then Alien 3, that one was a different concept. And I like Bishop. I really like that. That's played by, isn't that Lance Henderson? Yeah. Eventually from the Whaling Corp, which is stupid. But anyway, I really liked the Bishop in in 2 and 3. Charles Dutton was great. Tyrion Lannister, not Tyrion, Tywin Lannister. Charles Dance was great as a doctor. It was a different aspect. So they went back primitive again. So they kind of still had that. They went back. They went from the Space Marines shooting everybody up, blowing everything up, to basically the format that they had in the original Alien, where it's just very limited supplies. Humans weren't prepared for it. I did like 3. Charles Dutton was amazing. Sigourney Weaver, yet again, was great in it as Ripley. But that's over. It should have been over there. I have no idea why they did Alien 4, where she's this mutant clone. That movie really disappointed me. It was trash. And I really want to pass on this talking about it, but I have to talk about it. It's sad to say that you have a movie with Ron Perlman, Sigourney Weaver, and Winona Ryder, and the movie was terrible. So that's all I'm going to say about it. Not too good. Now, I was intrigued by Prometheus. I see Ridley Scott was trying to bring it back to the roots, and I think we kind of needed Prometheus because we kind of it gave us a way of seeing how they were created. So the aliens weren't just they were lab created. They were an organism, just like we were created from the engineers. I did like that aspect, and I liked Michael Fassbender's David a lot, and Numi Rapace's Shaw was great in that movie. Idris Elba, Charlize Theron, like Prometheus was hitting on all cylinders and it explained a lot of stuff. I was very happy with that movie, very well done. And then we got Covenant. So he totally got rid of the Shaw aspect. I don't know why Numi Rapace didn't want to be in it anymore, or she couldn't be in this. So they had this whole where David implanted an egg. It was just I don't know. It just seems like they get one, then they lose their way. They get one, they lose their way. They get one, they lose their way in this Alien franchise. And then you were hurting so much that you had to team up with the Predator. And now that's done. So that's over. So Predator has already proved that they can reboot and start over, and everybody's fine with it. It gives it a whole new look. Everybody knows about the old movies, the original Predator, and all that. The Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny Glover Predator. We know all that. So, but they did very well with rebooting that, and that's the same thing I want from Alien 5, Romulus. So let's go over. So I got the. Let me bring this up real quick. So, um, it says here that this is the storyline synopsis, whatever you want to call it, premise. Uh, Young people from a distant world must face the most terrifying life form in the universe. Okay, it's not saying much there, but okay. Um, New take, and this one's in between Alien, the first Alien, and Alien, so it's in between. I do not like that choice of timeline. I think they should have went later in the timeline, like way after the Ripleys and all that, where maybe the xenomorphs have evolved and the face huggers have evolved even more, and they're supposed to be the perfect killing machine. That's why the engineers created them. They explained it a little bit in Prometheus, a little bit more in Covenant, but they are supposed to be the ultimate killing machine. All right. So if you're going to do this movie, you're going to reboot it, do it like how Prey did. Okay. So I want to see more in it. Now. Prey usually I have to keep going back because I got to compare these two because they're both rebooting the franchise, right? Maybe this I don't know if this reboot is in between, but you got to have more enthusiasm when you're making this film because you have to bring that horror fact back. You have to bring that back because in the first Alien, terrifying, terrifying. You need that the dark lighting, and I want them to go back to the H.R. Giger that aspect because the way the tunnels and stuff and how the Queen was basically tethered throughout the whole facility and could like feel everything. And I want to see more communication between the xenomorphs because they're a perfect killing machine, perfect hunting machine, and they hunt in packs. I want to see how they communicate. I think we should get more in that aspect because you saw it a little bit and then they would duck back in the tunnels. Everybody would duck back. But how are they communicating? It's the perfect killing specimen. I want to see that aspect. Um, and this crew, I don't want them to be OP. I don't want them to have all these guns and all these future technology and everything. I want it man versus alien. Just like they did in Prey, just primitive stuff, ingenuity, and it would kind of be better that way because you would like they literally have nothing. They're a space exploration team, and they got limited weapons, probably like nothing that's really gonna like knock down the house, but enough that they can be innovative with stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. This it's really vague and it's still being done by so Ridley Scott's production company, Scott Free, is still producing it. So they're gonna be producing, which is cool. I'm just a little bit mad about Ridley Scott right now and his vision on stuff. So I like how it's a new director, but Here's what you got to do though. You got to ramp this up. Nobody knows anything about this. This is probably the first time a lot of people are hearing about this. So if you're an alien, into aliens, predator, all that sci-fi, you probably know a little bit, but it's being really vague. So I think that with this, you have to open a new can of worms. There's got to be something because we've already seen what the xenomorphs can do. We've already seen the queen. We've already seen the face huggers, and that's another thing. I want them to make the face huggers so frigging terrifying, creepy. I want to get more scenes where it's like dark shots where you just see it moving up the wall slowly while people are talking and no one sees it. Just so that that you gotta get the lighting right on those things too. Don't make it too dark, and don't make it like oversaturated dark. But you have to bring the fear back to these things because if they're the perfect killing machine, then they should be terrifying. So let's get back to that. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I want everybody to subscribe and tell me what you think down in the comments. Are you excited about the Romulus movie? Do you know anything about it? It's Alien 5. I know it's been a little rough for the xenomorphs, but I think they can make a comeback if they do it right. And it's got to be terrifying. I'm talking about straight horror. Forget about the technology. That's going to be around. We're going to see it on the set in the movie. That's cool. I want the horror from the xenomorphs. But anyway, tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I want everybody to subscribe. And I do mean everyone.